artificial intelligence in the hands of criminals is becoming a game changer.
When it comes to scams for 2024, many cybersecurity experts say AI-generated fraud tops the list.
AI is changing our world fast, and criminals are taking advantage.
It's a late night in Hong Kong. The bank manager of one of the biggest banks in the special administrative zone is about to leave, but his company phone suddenly starts ringing. He hesitates to pick up. It's late, and he wants to go home. However, he decides to glance at the number from the caller. His pupils dilate, and he quickly picks up. The head of the bank has called him for a special task that could result in a promotion for him, to help in the acquisition of a European finance company. But one detail doesn't sit right with the manager. To complete the acquisition, he must send $35 million to 17 different bank accounts located throughout the world. This seems incredibly strange, and the manager starts to get nervous. The director tells him to calm down and proceeds to send him several emails that are supposed to verify the authenticity of the transaction. The manager checks the email address and confirms that it is indeed the director's email. The emails include a few contracts signed by the director and a US-based lawyer named Martin Zellner, who oversaw the acquisition. The manager then opens his accounting software and begins to send out the money. But there is one crucial thing he doesn't know. Everything is a lie. Martin Zellner isn't part of the acquisition. All the documents and emails are fake. The director's email account had been hacked, and the 17 bank accounts don't belong to investors, but to an international cybercrime organization that hacked into the company's systems. Even the person on the phone was completely fake. It turns out that the hackers had spoofed the phone to make it seem as if the caller was the director, and it gets even crazier. The person the manager was talking to wasn't even a person. It was a deep voice AI programmed to sound exactly like the company's director. Throughout 2019, the hackers had allegedly compromised the director's phone and were recording all of his calls in order to build up a voice database. They then fed these recordings into their AI, and after months of testing and machine learning, the software was able to perfectly replicate the director's voice. But since the criminals were having a perfectly smooth conversation with the manager, they were most likely using an unidentified custom software program. However, fake voice AIs aren't even the most dangerous technologies when it comes to artificial intelligence tools for fraudsters and hackers.
ChatGPT.
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 ChatGPT has gone viral because of how powerful it is, being able to maintain full conversations in a natural way, answer questions about complex topics, write poems, simple code, articles, and much more. But why is this special? Because the bot used a technique known as reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF. It was trained to be as human as possible, and even though the bot can be used for many useful tasks, it also has incredible potential to be used for malicious purposes. Scammers could use this AI to have fraud-focused bots working and messaging people around the clock to trick them into giving sensitive information. Aside from this, the bot could also be coding bot networks 24 hours each day, and modified versions could even help with creating new malware. But it gets even crazier. As this technology advances, we could ask the AI to talk to us as if it were a certain specific person, even using the same personality. If there's enough material to feed into the AI, we could even talk to people who have already passed away.
At that moment, Dorothy saw lying on the table the silver shoes that had belonged to the Witch of the East.
Now imagine if, instead of funny and innocent Snapchat filters, we could have filters that literally change our entire voice, face, and body to look and sound like someone else.
I am not Morgan Freeman. What you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I am not even a human being? Would you believe me?
What you just saw was a deepfake using both voice and facial manipulation techniques. All of this is obviously already very weird. But what if we could combine all of these technologies? What would be real? What would be fake? And how could we know which is which? By the way, the hackers who tricked the Hong Kong bank manager into sending them millions of dollars have disappeared into the shadows, successfully stealing $35 million and leaving prosecutors with pretty much no clues at all.